Hello and welcome to our fourth session, and in this session we are going to see how we can make multiple image target load multiple 3D models. So to begin with, now my main.js file is open, and in our last session, see, I will come directly to this line 18 where we had declared a variable called GLTF and we had loaded our GLTF aeroplane model. And here, now in this case, I am now going to select this GLTF and I am going to call this now as airplane, and the airplane is loading the GLTF model of the airplane, and I am going to scale it down. Instead of GLTF scene scale, I will use here airplane.scene.scale and I will set it to 0.5 scale. After this, I will currently delete this 16th line constant anchor. Let us declare it later, and I am going to move it a little to the top like this. So I will remove this unwanted line and let there be one line. So 16, 17 and even this anchor add group also I will currently remove it. So in line number 16 and 17, I have declared aeroplane as, and I have loaded my GLTF model of aeroplane scene.GLTF. And in our last session, we understood how this load GLTF function was created as a helper function, and we are currently importing it from our loader.js in line number 2. And then I am going to next declare another constant, and I am going to call this as ball, and this will be equal to, I will use the same statement here, await GLTF, but only difference is, now instead of loading the model from the aeroplane folder, it will be loading from the ball folder. Because if you come to your folder, see, in ball we have the ball model. And next here I am going to select this aeroplane scene. This also I want to scale it down by 50%. So I select this line, come down and I will paste it, and here instead of aeroplane I am going to change it to ball. And the third one, I will select both this line. Okay, I will copy this and after a line gap I will paste it, and this time I am going to call the third one as car, and this is going to come from the folder car here, and here this will be car.scene.scale.set now. Okay, so in this way we have created our 3 models in the code, and it is ready to be used now. Just like I instantiated load GLTF 3 times here for 3 different models, I have to instantiate 3 anchors, and for this I will press 2 spaces now, and I am going to first call const, and I am going to call the first one as airplane anchor, and for this airplane anchor this will be equal to mindarThree, whatever function we have declared here, the same period add anchor, A is capital, okay, add anchor, and in open close bracket here I am going to add anchor for 0. 0 means the first image. I will end it with semicolon. And now for this, say this represents our image 1 in is aeroplane image. So I have represented with the code number 0, and in the next line I am going to call this airplane anchor, and I am going to call its group, and in the group I am going to now add, what I am going to add? I am going to add here this airplane I will copy this, I will paste it here, dot scene. Okay, now similar to this, I will select these two lines again. I will copy this and leave a line gap and I will paste it. And in the second case, this will be the ball anchor. And for ball anchor, the anchor number is now not 0, it is 1. And when I give number 1, it is going to select my second image when I actually converted it into a code in mindarThree website. And here also this will be not airplane anchor, this will be ball anchor, and I am also going to add now ball.scene. So whatever we have declared here. And similarly now again I will press enter, I will paste it, and this time I will replace this aeroplane with car, and I will set the anchor number to 2 this time, and this will be car anchor and group add, and this is going to add car.scene. We instantiated this load GLTF function 3 times. One for the aeroplane model and we called it as aeroplane, one for the ball model and we called it as ball, and one for the car model and we called it as car. And after this, we added 3 anchors this time. One anchor for aeroplane, we called it as aeroplane anchor, and in this case the number was 0. 0 represents our first image. Ball anchor, we added an anchor and we added number 1 here, and for this aeroplane anchor group we added the aeroplane scene. For ball anchor group we added the ball scene, and thirdly for car anchor we added the third image using the index 2, and car anchor group add we added the car scene. Now finally I am going to save this, and this time I am not using ngrok. First I am going to test it on my PC itself. I have enabled my simple web server and have located my server to my folder here. Okay, and so now I will come here and in my browser directly I will type localhost 8080 and I will press enter. So here the website is asking permission to use the webcam. I click allow. So when I click allow, see my image is appearing and the scanner is coming. So now what I will do is I will take these images first one by one. So I first have my aeroplane image and I will hold the aeroplane image, and immediately you can see the aeroplane model is appearing fine. Okay, so now I will remove this and I will bring the ball image now, and you can see immediately the ball is appearing. Only thing is I am finding it to be a little bigger. So what I will do is I will come to my code here, and for ball instead of 0.5 I will set it to around 0.2. I will scale it down to 0.2. I will now save this. I will refresh the page, and once it is refreshed, now I will hold the ball and this is fine. So the model is appearing small. See, the ball model has loaded. And similarly now I am going to take my car, and when I hold it, see the car is appearing. And the thing is now car also I want to scale it down a little. For car I will scale it down to 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, and I am going to go to file and save it. And now if I hold the car, so I want to move the car little down. Okay, so for this, if you want to adjust the position, in case of car, what I will do is I am going to come to next line and I am going to add car scene position set, and in open close bracket I will end it with semicolon, and I am going to set its x position let it be same, and only along the y I have to move it down. I will move it by around minus 0.5 and comma, and along z let it be same. So I have set this position. Now I will save it and I will refresh it, and now if I hold my car image now, see it has gone too much down. Can you see? So 0.5 is too much. So I will just move it by around 0.1 and I will check it. I will save this. So like by this trial and error you can set this position. Okay, now it appears to be good. It appears at the center. So when I hold C, you are seeing the car. When I hold B, what you are seeing the ball, and when I hold A, you are seeing the aeroplane. Everything is fine, but the model is not animating. The model has loaded. So in aeroplane, the propeller has to rotate. The animation is not working. And even in this case, when I hold this ball, the ball has to jump. It is an animated GLTF, but animation is not running. Similarly, even in the case of car, see the car wheels should rotate, but it is not running. Now, how to add this animation? This we are going to discuss it in our next session.